Hello friends, I'm Ernie the Horse Guy and welcome to this week's episode of Better Horses TV. We got a great show lined up with you. Starting off, we're going to be going north of Kansas City to the Rolling Acres Memorial Gardens. I think you'll really like this segment. Then we're going to go from there, we're going to do the Better Horses properties. We're going to go back to the Pierce property just a little bit south and east of Topeka, Kansas, and check out that property you're going to like. We're going to go down to Ottawa to Wright Performance Horses and have a little visit with Todd Wright, half of the Wright Performance Horses. Then we're going to go down to Garnett with Dr. Fred Gardner and do our Better Horses health tip. Cover some things we need to be looking at this time of year. We're going to wrap it all off with a Hardy Grub segment with Chef Tail Mark Berkdahl and an unbelievable pork chop. So come back and join us with Better Horses TV.
What do you get when you bring together one of the biggest names in veterinary medicine with one of the most caring and committed teams of horse health experts in the industry? You get a vaccine portfolio known for its quality and safety, a pharmaceutical line you can rely on to help manage pain and support performance. You get the products, programs, and people of Merck Animal Health.
Hi, this is Pastor Frank from Open Range Fellowship, and I'm sure that you've had an emergency or something where you've had to call 911 for yourself, somebody in your family, or even a neighbor. But did you know that God has a 911 call? You need to know this. I call it Rescue 911, and actually it's in Psalm 91:1. It's 911. Write it down. It says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty." So when you call God's 911, let me tell you, it brings peace, it brings rest, it brings reassurance. It's an awesome thing. Lord, we just come before you and we're calling 911. We need all of the above. We need peace, we need rest, we need reassurance. So we're dialing your 911 and just fill us with your Holy Spirit and with purpose and with peace and with joy. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, this week, if you feel like there's an emergency coming on, a spiritual emergency, dial up Psalm 91:1 and read it over and over and over. And then you'll say, hey, somebody give me an amen. God bless you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Back in the saddle and out on the trail with Ernie the Horse Guy, now fun will prevail. We'll meet the best horsemen under the sun. Tip our hats to the ladies, keep the good Lord number one. Ride along, sing your song, along with better horses, we're right where we belong. Faith and love from up above, the best of the good life's yet to come.
This segment is brought to you by CSI Saddle Pads.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie the Horse Guy and welcome to this week's episode of Better Horses TV. I'm here in North Kansas City with two of my favorite folks. We're here with Nancy and Gary Piper of Rolling Acres Memorial Gardens. Super concept, super service you give to the horse owners, to the pet owners out there. Nancy and Gary, welcome to Better Horses.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ernie.
Thanks
This is
for
so
having us.
neat. You've been in business with this. Tell us a little bit about your services out here, Nancy.
Well, Rolling Acres is in its 45th year of service. We personally have been here for 40 years. So we serve those who think of their pet as one of the family by providing compassionate, dignified, and ethical afterlife care for their pet. And as you know, pets are family now. They've moved from the barn, where they always had to have a job, to the house, and now they're in our bed with us.
And we're talking about today more than ever. You know, and the pets, and you're talking about the dogs and the cats, which you've been doing the dogs and the cats, if I'm correct, before you started doing the larger animals like the horses. And the horses, you look at today in horses that we have out there, you have grandparents that have horses that are died on their places, that maybe raised their kids, their grandkids, and everything else, and they are horses, they're like your family too.
They are, and I think that the bond we have with our horses is even greater than it is with our dogs and cats, if that's possible. Because here we are riding a 1,000-pound animal or whatever, and they were partners with them. It's just awesome.
Now, Gary, I mean, your passion really goes through, as far as when you talk about your business, goes through your business out there. Gary and Nancy, you guys both have a love for horses, dogs, cats. All you got to do is come around this place and you can figure it out pretty quick with the dogs and cats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were talking about retiring, and really when you have a passion, you don't have to retire. And you got such a great team out there and everything from that standpoint. Talk a
We
little
do.
bit about what it happens when, let's say, a client brings a dog or cat or even horse, the process they go through.
Well, if it's a smaller animal, not talking the horse, the family, we will help the family bring the pet in. We have rooms where we put the pets where they can visit them again before they leave. Then we do the paperwork, but we also talk with families and learn about them and their pets, and we hear their story, which is very important.
The compassion that you showed to the owners and everything else, that you shared some letters that
Yes.
you got, and how rewarding are they to you, Nancy and Gary, as far as seeing your efforts and your passion go through your work? It's got to make you feel good.
Well, it does, absolutely, and it goes to show why we're here. We just had a staff lunch, and I read the letters that we've received to the staff so they could know how appreciated they are and we are for what we do and with the compassion that we show people. We know they're not just pets. They're not just a dog or just a cat or just a horse. They're members of our family, and they need to be treated with dignity and respect, which we do.
And, you know, you're looking at it as far as that, and to hear it across my area that I work, because you pick up animals all across the area and everything like that, and the passion you show really does reach out to the customer from that standpoint. If folks want to find out more about Rolling Acres, what's the best way to get a hold of you, Nancy and Gary?
Of course, we have a website. It's visitrollingacres.com, but we welcome visitors anytime. There's no appointment necessary. They can come out, visit us. We'll show them everything they want to see, because we do things right here.
You're so much so right that you actually have some owners requested to be buried out here with their pets, and you do offer that. You're a full-service crematory burial site for
Yes.
that animal that you love out there, and we appreciate all that you do.
Yes.
Nancy and Gary, we're here at Rolling Acres Memorial Gardens. Thank you so much, and thanks for being part of Better Horses TV.
You're welcome.
And get a hold of these folks. They're great folks and great friends of your animal. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gary.
Hi, I'm Donna. This is Ringo. We're with CSI Saddle Pads. I'd like to invite you to ride our new revolutionary FlexPlate saddle pad. We offer a 30-day money-back, ride it, get it dirty guarantee. And the best part of the pad is it's 100% American-made with American parts by American hands.
Yeah, we're riding these CSI saddle pads. The thing that really sells it for me is they have a flex plate inside them, and that distributes that pressure over the horse rather than putting it all in one spot.
For more information, go to csipads.com.
The restoration of live horse and greyhound racing in Kansas will generate over 4,000 jobs, nearly $300 million in annual wages, and $23 million in new annual revenue. Reinvigorating racing at the Woodlands and 3 other Kansas tracks also creates superior destination entertainment districts in Kansas. The Greater Kansas Racing Alliance is working to restore our horse and greyhound racing industries, putting Kansas in the winner's circle. Visit raceforkansas.com to show your support, and let's race for Kansas.
Better Horses with Ernie Rodina is brought to you by your friends at Merck Animal Health.
Welcome to the Better Horses Properties Report. Let's take a tour out to the Pierce Ranch near Lawrence and Topeka, Kansas. You're going to love it. Check out the beautiful Pierce Ranch near Barrington, Kansas. It's got a custom-built 4-bedroom, 3-bath estate home offering 3,876 square feet of beautiful living on 39-plus acres. An open floor plan with a stunning vaulted great room featuring lovely hardwood floors and a stone fireplace with a hand-carved running horse mantle. Large master suite with a tile bath and a private door to the back patio. Meticulous construction with 2x6 exterior walls. Lower level office could be the 5th conforming bedroom with an addition of a closet. Newer roof and new paint inside and out. On the horse side of it, you got the heated Morton stable with 6 preferred stalls with automatic waters and a tack stall. Electric and water goes to the pastures with run-in sheds. It's fenced and cross-fenced, a rare find on blacktop with a grand entry. Perfect for country living, yet just only 5 minutes to I-70 for easy commuting. Hi friends, I'm Ernie the Horse Guy, and I want to talk to you about Better Horses Properties. If you have a property you'd like to list and sell, I'm the guy to contact. When it comes to marketing, we're second to none. We've got the publication, we'll promote your place in the publication, we'll promote it on our radio networks, we're going to promote it on TV and our e-blast. Better Horses Network is your direction to go when you're looking to market your horse property. So contact me at Ernie at betterhorsesradio.com for your property and let us go to work for you.
This segment is brought to you by your independent Purina dealers.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie the Horse Guy, and welcome to Better Horses TV. I'm out here at the Wright Performance. We've been here, Performance Horses, we've been here before many times, but I'm here with focusing on Todd Wright. That would be Brent's son, who's a major part of this operation. Todd, welcome to Better Horses TV.
Thank you, Ernie. Good to be here.
I wanted to be here because I want to congratulate you. You got a tremendous non-pro program, working with folks that come here to get coached and everything like that. I just want to congratulate you on a successful 2017 you had, and you're going to have a good one 2018, I bet you.
Thank you, Ernie. Well, we'll certainly try.
Why such the success with your coaching program? Because you seem to attract them and everything. Tell us what it entails, your program with your non-pros.
Well, I mean, we get together at least once a week, try to before the show, and try to get everything kind of ironed out, you know, different maneuvers and put it all together. Try to figure out where we're having problems and work on those especially.
And what's the biggest challenge? Do you have one biggest challenge? Seem like it's with all your non-pros as far as a maneuver, maybe it could be?
I'd say stopping. It's the hardest thing. Getting them down there at the right speed and building at the right time and everything, and sitting through the stop. That's hard for a lot of them.
And you know, we're just about an hour south of Kansas City, so you're close from that standpoint, right off of I-35. But let's talk a little bit about the stopping. For our viewers at home, what's some maneuvers, what's some exercises they could do in working on their stop?
One of the things is sit back. I mean, sit back and sit in that position to stop the whole way down the pin, so you don't have to make a big move when you do get there. Because that just sends a signal to your horse, and your horse slows down a stride before you stop, and it doesn't work that way.
So start off sitting where you're going to end up.
Right.
You know, I noticed I'm not the best at it, but I mean, it seems like you always throw up and everything just stiffens up at the same time.
Yeah, they tighten up, and the horse slows down, they hit the front end, and it just doesn't work. So.
What do you get a lot of your non-pros working on fencing?
Yeah, oh yeah, we work a lot on it.
What's the reasoning behind fencing? And tell us a little bit about what fencing is.
Well, fencing is to get your horse running free to the fence and straight. And like I say, they have to be building all the way to that stop. And otherwise they'll hit the front end. If they slow down, they'll hit the front end. So they got to be running all the way to the stop and running straight. Those are two things that are the most important in the rundowns. And if that is all working, then your stop is much more likely to work too.
I have to say, being in the fence and not doing that great at it, you better have the confidence that your horse isn't going to run through the fence.
Yeah, that's important. Or jump over it too.
And that I would guess would be a challenge a lot of times, getting used to that feel.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of afraid running up to the fence 9-0. I don't know what's going to happen sometimes.
So we're excited about 2018 coming on. You're starting some 2-year-olds, take it right now?
Starting some colts right now, yeah. Get them going.
At this time in your training program with your 2-year-olds, where should they be right now?
Oh, a lot of them haven't even been started yet. We may start them 1st of February, but and then the ones that we have started, if they have 2 weeks on them, we're loping around in the indoor and stopping, backing up. That's about it right now.
You spend much time on the 2-year-olds as far as you're riding during the week?
Early on, to get them going, we do. You know, I don't like getting bucked off, so I'll spend a little time getting them going there. And once you do get them going, they don't take as much time as the show horses.
And I want to congratulate you on you just got a new member of the training program.
Austin Francois. That's his grandpa's middle name.
So it's really good. Congratulations. I have 3 boys. You got plenty of stall help around
We try
here
to keep
just
stall
in a
help
few
coming.
years.
Yeah.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, really appreciate you, you know, being a part of Better Horses TV. And I'll tell you why I wanted you on here, because you're a tremendous asset to the horse industry. Because we want to mention, you're not just riding reiners.
No, we do everything. I mean, we start colts, we have non-pros, and we have show some of our own and do it all.
The bottom line is to get a good foundation on them, no matter what discipline you're working with.
Yeah, it helps
Folks,
with everything, whether you're open to.
Folks, you need to get a hold of Todd Wright. Tremendous opportunity to ride with him. Todd, we've known each other for about 40 years. Used to room with this guy when he was 1 year old. So thanks for being a part of Better Horses TV, and wish you a great 2018.
Thanks, Ernie. You too.
Friends, we're still at the Wright Performance Horses in Ottawa, Kansas. I'm here with Todd, Catherine, Dabby, and we got Nathan behind us working on one of his new projects and everything. Todd, it's been great being out here today, and want to congratulate you. And also, Catherine, congratulate you on this operation, how it's going, and the addition of little Austin Francois.
Thank you.
On that deal. But what do you think of this little guy behind us? He riding pretty good. Yeah. Todd, 40 years ago is the same type of deal. I remember you as far as riding, right about 40 years. But thank you so much for letting us be a part. I want to urge folks, as far as you want a good experience, great experience, working with one of the best trainers, Todd Wright here at Ottawa. Check him out. You won't be disappointed. Come down and ride with Todd. And thanks for being part of Better Horses TV.
You care about your animals and feeding them the best. And that's where Purina's local Kansas City dealers step in, providing you experience, knowledge, service, and advice. Purina feed dealers are people who believe in community involvement and who believe in you. They have a passion for the feed industry and are committed to helping customers unlock the potential of every animal. If you are looking for a trusted source for your animals, look no further than your local Purina feed dealer, your partner in animal care.
This segment is brought to you by Heritage Tractor and your John Deere and Featherlight trailer dealer.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie the Horse Guy, and welcome to this week's episode of Better Horses TV. You're here at the Countryside Vet Clinic for our Better Horses Equine Tip segment, and I'm here with Dr. Fred Gardner. Doc, good to see you. How you doing? And Happy New Year.
Well, thank you, Ernie. I'm doing well. It's a good time to be in the horse business, and you know, it's a little slower pace now in January than it is other times of the year, but it's a good time to make some plans for the year to come.
There's all kinds of different things happening we got to be aware of. And let's touch on some of the things that you got going on at the clinic here, just south of Kansas City, about 90 miles.
Well, there's a couple of 3 things happening in the last week we can talk about, and some cases that kind of bring up things that people in the horse industry need to think about. Behind us we have a mare that came in for an ovarectomy. We'll spay that mare tomorrow. It's a mare that's a very nice mare and a very useful mare, but she has a lot of trouble with bad behavior when she's in heat. And so the solution to that is we're going to spay her. Now's a good time to get that taken care of, because she'll be healed up and ready to go come spring. And so that's one thing we've been doing, is some of these maintenance type things to get our horses ready for the season to come.
I know you've got some weanlings in the background, and this is a great time to really show some attention to these weanlings.
Well, I think there's some things that need to be done with our weanlings and yearlings, they're coming 2-year-olds now. It's past the first of the year. You know, just this week we had a coming 2-year-old, really nicely bred colt, come in with a respiratory infection. We tested that horse, sent off some samples to the diagnostic lab, and it came back rhinopneumonitis, or EHV4, which is common problem in young horses, but it brings us something to light. You know, we need to go through our young horses and make sure our immunization protocol, you know, should go over that with your veterinarian to make sure that that's in place, so that when these young horses go to training, we don't lose time and get disappointed because of influenza or rhinopneumonitis or strangles infection. Those things the risk of those things can be reduced a lot with a proper preparation and immunization protocol, and now's the time to get that planned and in place.
Plan with your vet, get that planned out, not only on immunizations, but on worming and things from that standpoint.
It is. The other thing we need to do with our young horses is to go through them, like these two weanlings here. The farriers aren't as busy now as they are other times of the year. It's a good time to get your farrier out. Go through all the young horses and look to see what type of corrective trimming procedures need to be done over the next year, and get that planned and get that into the mind of your farrier so that that can happen and can have maximum benefit to the horse. And you know, there are other procedures, like you have a mare that's pregnant. It's getting to be time to give her another rhinopneumonitis immunization to prevent abortion.
Before you know it, the breeding season, it is upon us right now. We're starting to foal and things from that standpoint. And so that's you brought up a good point on staying in touch with your vet.
It's time. We need to give your mare another immunization for EHV1, which is the rhinopneumonitis that causes abortion in mares. It's still the most common cause of abortion in mares, and it's still very preventable with proper immunization.
And they can abort at any stage, I take it?
Oh, most of them are late-term abortions, so it's a real disappointment. You get them in foal, they've carried that foal, you're beginning to make plans, and then you end up with a disaster. So, so now's the time to plan things like that.
Well, Doc, we really appreciate giving us time to come out here to Countryside Vet, and I know that you're supposed to be retired, but you're not retired, and you're just what an asset you are to the equine industry around here, and appreciate all you do. And I would urge you, hit on a good point. I said one thing is get a good relationship going with your veterinarian, and work with your veterinarian as far as on make sure you got your year planned out. You know, so I think that's a great tip from that standpoint.
I think so. And you know, another just example, we've got
Hay is not for horses. They deserve Stanley Premium Western Forage. There's no better place in the country to grow forage than Idaho, and Stanley is one of the country's largest producers. From pellets, cubes, and chopped forage in bags to compressed in 3-tie bales, Stanley cultivates the premium forage types horse owners demand. Because your horse needs hay, but he deserves Stanley Premium Western Forage.
This segment is brought to you by CSI Saddle Pads.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie the Horse Guide, and welcome to this week's episode of The Hardy Grub with Chef Tail Mark. Mark, good to see you. You got an unbelievable spread going on here. Tell us what we got going on.
I feel a little bit like Grandpa on the Hee Haw show, you know, and they say, Grandpa, what's for supper?
What's for supper, Grandpa?
We got cream cheese and herb stuff, pork chops. We're frying some sweet potatoes in butter. I'm doing something different with corn. You can only fix corn so many ways, so we got bacon and jalapeno peppers and stuff, and they're going to do this weird salad. Salad's hard to come up with, so it's kind of like my Bangkok salad, except it's a little different. It's going to have soba noodles and a bunch of fruit in it this time instead of veggies. Connie made this beautiful loaf of bread. I can't wait to get it. We're going to slice it up and slather it up with some butter. And Tina made a chocolate gooey cake that just looks
really good. Now, did you talk already about the stuffed pork chop?
No.
That looks really good. And I've had some of the stuffing, which was just out of this world.
Just take cream cheese and get it kind of room temperature. Get it out of my herb garden. We got oregano, parsley, basil, and thyme.
Good stuff.
All the good stuff. Chopped up real fine. Mix up the cream cheese, a little salt and pepper. You slide a little hole in there, water it out with your finger, and you said it looked like I was doing
we're on TV now.
Anyway, you make this little pocket in a pork chop, and then you stuff that cream cheese in there.
It's really good.
And it should be. It keeps the inside of that nice and moist and gives it a little different different way.
So we got the whole spread coming on. It looks really good. Is it fairly healthy or is it hearty?
No, it ought to be pretty healthy.
Well, the pork loins look just tremendous. What you got there, you butterflied them out.
Did.
Looks good. And then
season them up a little bit and grill them really hot.
I'm looking around at everything. I don't know where the best place to start, but it all looks good. Looks like you hit a home run on it.
Well, I hope so. We try to every once in a while.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's.
Did you notice my new apron?
Really nice. And did you not like your Better Horses?
I like
apron?
my Better Horses apron, but she's better looking than you are.
A big shout out to Renee Kelly on her show.
Yes,
really good deal.
Thanks for the apron.
Hey, let's take a break. Let's enjoy that, and we'll come back and wrap it up.
Okay.
Your buddy Ron once said he could install your ceiling fan. He couldn't. And that one time, Ron said another chili dog was a good idea? Yeah, it wasn't. So when Ron said you'd never afford a John Deere tractor, you knew better. Now, Ron does too. The E-Series, legendary John Deere quality, unexpected low price.
Stop by and see Heritage Tractor at one of its 9 locations for your John Deere and Featherlight trailer needs. HeritageTractor.com.
This segment is brought to you by your independent Purina dealers.
Mark, as I always say, you knocked it out of the park with this meal here. Unbelievable.
But it really turned out good. The corn turned out awesome. We got to talk about Connie's bread. Oh my! We've been sampling it. We're about to starve to death.
Really good bread. It reminds me of like when Grandma used to fix it.
It did, like Grandpa Jones and Much for Supper. We forgot the bread part of it.
But what a great meal! And like I said, we're looking forward to the meals coming. The rest of this year and everything. I want to tell our viewing audience and everything. If you'd like to kind of be a part of Better Horses TV and part of our Hardy Grub segment, email me at Ernie@BetterHorsesRadio.com, and we'll see what we can do to get them here.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And you come up with some new ideas. We're running out of my comfort food to cook, so if you got some new ideas to cook.
I've got some ideas for some meals that we're
He wants to put Oreo cookies in milk and watch them bubble, but we can do that.
I know if you don't have anything else when it comes to dessert, you can't beat an Oreo and some milk.
That's true.
But this is really good. I can't wait to dig into it. Just looks like a great meal. And which I know it's going to be, and just appreciate all the effort you do. You can go to our website, which now the new one should be up, betterhorses.com, and our recipe, we post all your recipes up on.
I'll try to get these up there. They're a little sketchy, but we'll see what we can do.
And make sure check out our Better Horses Network magazine and subscribe to it. It's $15 a year, 5 issues, has a lot of your recipes in it and things from that standpoint. And then also check out our radio show on Better Horses Radio, KC Style, on KCMO Talk Radio, 710 AM or 103.7 FM.
Sounds good.
Really good. So, folks, join us next week on more of Better Horses TV with Ernie the Horse Guy and Chef Tail Mark. Glad you tuned in.